Hi, my name is Elle, and today I thought I'd tell you a little bit about my summer reading plans. So first up, I'm planning on finishing the Shatter Me trilogy by Tahir Mafi. I read this book way back in January, but right now I have the second and the third book on the way here from the book depository. So I'm going to marathon this series, and I'm going to read Unite Me as well once I get a hold of it. So that's what I'm planning to do. My only problem with this book was that there were very few female characters. I mean, I don't think that this book actually cleared the Bechdel test until like the last chapter or something like that. So I would like a little more interaction between female characters, not so many males. That would be great. Next up, I want to read A Feast for Crows by George R.R. Martin. Maybe I'm going to read A Dance of Dragons as well. I'm not sure. Thing is, I really want to read these because I want to know what happens. But I don't want to have to wait for so very long before the sixth book comes out. So I don't know if I should read them now because I want to, or if I should just push it forward so I don't have to wait as long. But I want to read at least this one this summer. Next up is The Mistborn Trilogy by Brandon Sanderson. I first heard about this trilogy because Sane from Inkbones Books was talking about it, and she liked it a whole lot, and then after I heard about that from her, then everyone else also seemed to be reading it and loving it. So I really want to give this series a go. So yeah. And also these covers are so gorgeous. Look at the spines. Look at the covers. They're gorgeous. I want them. I want to have read them. I want them now. Next up, I have a whole bunch of classics that I want to read because I have a quite large classic collection, but I haven't read that many of them, mostly because a few are really thick and scary, and they're intimidating me, even though I really want to read them. So, okay, let's start counting up those that I'm planning on reading this summer. First up, we have Sense and Sensibility by Jane Austen. This is a Swedish copy, as you can see right there. So this isn't that thick, so hopefully I'm going to be able to finish it quite quickly. I really like Pride and Prejudice, so planning on getting into this. Also, we have two books that I got in secondhand copies, so they aren't very pretty at all. And that's 1984, which I'm kind of embarrassed that I haven't read. I've started it once in the form of an ebook, but I only read like 2 chapters. So that's what I'm going to do. If I like it, I'm planning on getting it in a nicer copy because this isn't that pretty. And I like my books pretty. Yeah. Then there's also The Catcher in the Rye, which, as I said, I got on the same time, so it's not that pretty either. This is really short, so I hope that I can read it quickly. Then we have To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee, and this is also about at the same time, but this copy I actually really like. I think it's kind of pretty. It's kind of stylish, I think. I'm really excited about reading this. I think it seems very interesting and kind of heartbreaking, but let's try and read anyway. So I'm hoping to get into this soon. And now we go for the thick books. Yeah. First off, we have Atlas Shrugged by Ayn Rand, the Swedish copy. This book, it doesn't seem that thick in this edition, but it has really thin pages. Look at the thin pages. It's got more than 1,200 pages. And the text is like the littlest text I have ever seen. I've started reading it twice. Both times I got about 100, 200 pages in, and the thing is, I really liked it, the things that I read. But since this is so thick and just I didn't really have time for it, so I started reading thinner books instead, and then this got kind of pushed over on a shelf. But I'm planning on finally reading it this summer because I really want to. I would like to have read this Okay. Then there are two books that I've had for forever, and I really want to read both of them, but I think I'm only gonna read one. And it would either be Anna Karenina by Leo Tolstoy, or The Count of Monte Cristo by by Alexandre Dumas. I'm leaning toward The Count of Monte Cristo right now because that's the book that I'm most excited about reading. But this is also like 200 pages longer than this. This is 800. This is a little bit more than 1,000. It would be great if I could read them both, but I don't think I will because, as I said, they're really thick and yeah, stuff like that. Then I want to read Crime and Punishment by Fyodor Dostoevsky. This is actually a really beautiful edition, Swedish edition. I really like it. I bought it at the annual book fair that we have in Sweden in February, March. I think it's February. So planning on reading this. I really like this cover, guys. It's so pretty, and the spine is pretty, and I kind of like the back as well. And I just think this book is pretty, which makes me want to read it more than I would have otherwise. And the last book I'm going to show you is Catch-22 by Joseph Heller, which I bought at the same book fair. I had a friend read this for like a year and a half ago, and she really loved it, and from the things she told me about it, I think I'm gonna really like it too. So I'm really excited about getting into this. Book covers are pretty. I like this book cover. It's red. I like red books. For some reason, I don't even know why. It's the same with Feast for Crows. Just like they're red and pretty. Pretty books. So yeah, now I read up the books that I'm planning on reading this summer. Of course I will be reading a couple of, some tiny books here and there, just because I want to. But these are like my reading goals. So that's what I'm planning on getting into. Yeah. Wish me luck. Bye! Oh gosh. Where is it? Mockingbird. Mockingbird. Where's my mockingbird? There it is.